Call him Yinka Sports as we get set to hit you with some of the best stories the world can offer. Yinka Sports, are you ready this morning?
Absolutely ready. Thank you very much. Good morning to you, and of course to those listening to us out there as well. Good morning and welcome once again to today's edition of the Sports Machine, the final day of the month of March. What a month it's been. And of course, let's get things done and dusted right on the show.
As we march into April, let's tell you that we're live on Facebook. Sports Radio 88.9 Pearl FM is the fan page address. Like our page and then go on to post your comments and your contributions. You most definitely can join us via the phone 0700000889. Those are the numbers to call this morning to be a part of the Sports Machine. We're starting from the US this morning because the board of the USA Rugby has voted to file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy as a result of the insurmountable financial constraints in the wake of the coronavirus crisis. The governing body suspended sanctioned competition and rugby activities indefinitely on March the 20th due to the ongoing global pandemic. And according to the United States courts, a case filed under Chapter 11 bankruptcy in the state's bankruptcy code is frequently referred to as a reorganization bankruptcy. So, of course, coronavirus here hitting them hard in US rugby. Let's also inform you this morning that the English Premier League are working on an ambitious plan to restart the season behind closed doors on the first weekend of May with a scheduled finish date of Sunday, July 12. The proposals which will be discussed in details on a conference call on Friday. Yes, by the 20 club sides in the EPL will need to be endorsed by the government of the UK, the public health of the UK, and indeed the PFA. And talking about the PFA this morning, PFA Chief Executive Gordon Taylor has said that the union opposes a blanket wage deferral for players in England, fearing that clubs will try to cash in on the coronavirus situation. Gordon Taylor is insisting, in fact, that he has vowed to block plans to cut players' wages in the UK, as he insists some clubs want to use coronavirus crisis to save some cash and indeed cheat players. That's the news from the foreign front this morning. Let's quickly go to one man, former coach of Tanzania, former assistant coach of the Super Eagles, former coach of the Golden Eagles, former coach of the Flying Eagles of Nigeria, and you can also call him a former African Footballer of the Year. He's looked at Nigerian players abroad and he has opined they've not been testing positive. Why not? Nigerian players can actually come home. The words of Emmanuel Amunike.
The players are not affected now. It's not everybody that lives in Europe. The traveling ban is not, it doesn't mean that people cannot travel. It's just for precaution reasons. And of course, if such a thing is happening all over the world now, as they always say, prevention is better than cure. So they are trying to prevent for it to spread further. But that does not mean that there is no life activity going on in Europe or people are not living their life. But of course, it's just unfortunate what is happening. It's not only in Europe. It's going all over, almost all the world now. But people are taking precaution and making it, easier for people, for it to be less contagious among people. We shouldn't be, if our players are not positive. So our players, I think, they are free to come.
Emmanuel Amunike, they are not free to come because the seaports and the airports have been closed. Those that have coronavirus in Nigeria have travel history. They should stay where they are. Yinka Sports, they cannot come home right now. Yes, stay where you are. Maybe we stay where we did until there's a solution.
Absolutely, and that, of course, is indeed one that would also take us to another competition that has indeed suffered humongous, really, of course, as far as this competition is concerned. The Olympic game has been postponed, but then yesterday, a date, of course, was finally reached, and that's because, they indeed met with the organizing committee of, Tokyo 2020. The president of the side, Yori Moshiri, of course, with the IOC, had a video conference call yesterday to indeed decide on how it would, of course, go. But then, let you know, Secretary General of the Nigeria Olympic Committee, Olabanjo Ladapo, stated that the fixing of a new date for the 2021 Tokyo Games after the International Olympic Committee entered a discussion with Yori Moshiri, the president of the Tokyo 2020 Organizing Committee, yesterday. Of course, that call has brought clarity in planning, of course, days after the IOC pronounced the postponement of the Olympics from 2020 to 2021. And of course, the new date will be the 23rd of July to the 8th of August 2021, meaning the NOC as well as other national and international federations now have new fixed timelines to work with as regards planning, preparation and qualification for the Tokyo 2021 Olympic Games.
the place you now have clarity to all the actions. Before we don't have this. The night that you have this, you have clarity to all the actions. You now have a timeline as to when you want this, when you want that. So it's just a matter of putting both the boxes in the right place now. Like I said, once you have a date, then you have clarity. Federation will have to work themselves out. All the timetables will now be discussed so that there is no conflict. Everything now comes on timeline.
From the Olympics, let's go to the MPFL, where one coach is talking this morning. His name, Willie Ndube. He's the coach of Abia Warriors of Umuahia. He's afraid that coronavirus would allow his players lose shape, lose rhythm. He says the long break, the idleness would make his players lose shape and rhythm. Willie Ndube this morning on the Sports Machine.
All the things, big negatives, because if your players are not under strict surveillance by a coach, they might, no matter the type of program you give to them, they might not fulfill it to the letter. But if you are there, you supervise, you direct, you correct, then they will be under a kind of pressure to do the best or to achieve something. But if they are training on their own, if you train for 30 minutes, it seems as if you train for 2 hours.
All right, well, let's let you know another coach disagrees vehemently with this. Yes, it's the coach of Katsina United who is indeed unperturbed by the COVID-19 break. Of course, he said is indifferent to the issue of the possible effect of the COVID-19 in this break on the league, stressing that the effect of such break on league teams will be generic rather than being specific to some teams as everybody go feel am. All right, still giving you right here on the show, the Sports Machine, right on your dial of Champion Sports Radio, www.nabrala.fm. Yeah, Henry Makiwa, of course, making it clear that yes, indeed, it is one that they will not feel as they will indeed be a common problem to everyone rather than being specific problem to some in the league.
Everybody's going to be the same. Of course, the boys might get some weight, overweight because of lack of proper training. The reading, the coming together might be a bit affected. That's the group now because they are now scattered all over the country and everybody does whatever they want. So, but that's for everybody. So it's not going to be just one team. It's going to be for everybody. It's not going to have any impact on anybody.
Of course, the words of Henry Makiwa. Let's go to another coach in the NPFL. This one is the longest serving coach. Yes, till date, Stanley Eguma is the Alex Ferguson of Nigerian football. If you don't like Alex Ferguson, what about Arsene Wenger? He's looking at the league title. In the midst of all of this, Stanley Eguma is still looking at the league title. He says it is not over until it's over. No retreat, no surrender. Remember, Rivers United, are second on the log table, hot on the heels of league leaders Plateau United. And here is their coach saying it is not over until it is over.
It's not yet time for Ogu. Not yet, as I know, I have a lot of experience in the league, and I believe that until it is over, it is not yet over. What we need now is to put our acts together. The players need to remain focused. The management needs to also brace up in making sure that the players are well motivated. And again, the technical crew needs to brace up, making sure that we fashion our technical and tactical formations that will carry the team up. We are not yet done now. The second position is not first position. We need to go beyond other teams to the end of the league for us to be sure, and then we still have a lot of job to do now. And that's what I'm calling on all the players and the management and the technical crew to brace up. I think at the end of the day, we will surely get it right.
Absolutely, of course, would indeed get things right. But then let's get straight to one man who is indeed really still very much in the morning mood. Of course, mourning the demise of Ifeanyi George, who indeed was laid to rest over the course of the weekend. I'm talking about goalkeeper of Enyimba, Theophilus Avelokai. Enyimba goalkeeper, and of course, one of the oldest experienced player in the league as well, as indeed said, well, there are indeed lessons to learn from the unfortunate demise of the man, of course, called Ifeanyi George, who lost in his life in an auto crash last, of course, a week ago, right there in Enugu. He was laid to rest over the course of the weekend, and is emphasizing the need for everyone, being a footballer or not, to learn anything well before giving it practice, meaning that late George, of course, according to him, would of course be one who really would have to indeed be one to be a lesson to everyone after his demise.
No, George, almost I don't have a car. I was still, I just bought a car. It's not quite too long. I started being for a week, I did 2 weeks. That's all I have. For a week, that was I have. Which I was very surprised. How can there's somebody that just bought a car is no more than up to 2 weeks and then start driving on the long journey? That is a very bad one. And I believe that many people will hear about it, and those who have just maybe have opportunity to buy car, they have to be very careful. It's a lesson to all of us that you have to be strong and have to be experienced, have to be know what you are doing before you carry car and start traveling. You know that sometimes some death will come which is not natural. That's why, but so we hope that maybe we'll be the front of it. The person will be the front of it. Yes, it's a lesson to everybody now that not only the players, but anybody that know about it, it will be a lesson to us. It's not good for each other to never to drive a car in a week or buy a car in a week. Best to start at our road, say what you travel with the car, it's not good.
Yes, Theophilus fellow high, pointing the way forward as a matter of fact, giving us advice here and there. He seems to be suggesting that Ifeanyi George had not perfected his driving skills, bought a car, and 2 weeks later, he decided to travel by road from Enugu to Lagos, suggesting that perhaps he was not a very, very good driver. I would not say perfect driver. 2 weeks, and then 2 weeks after, you are driving the car long distance.
Apparently not good enough to indeed ply the highway at that level of just 2 weeks. Should still be learning, apparently, for a period of time before being certified to actually go on such journeys as well. Okay, moving on right on the show. Well, let's take you straight. Still stay with, effect of COVID-19 on teams. This time around, one team that is indeed the Premier League champions of Nigeria Premier Basketball League. They were supposed to be in the Basketball Africa League. They've done all the training, of course, to get set for that. But then the coach of the side is lamenting, well, Ogodado is the name, and has described the current time in global sport as a very critical time, and lamenting the unfortunate time, of course, and happening that has bedeviled sport and largely humanity in the world. He said all effort put into the team would have to start once again from square one once everything returns to normalcy.
It's a very critical period that we are in now. Everybody is really disappointed. It's a heavy blow. And for us as coaches, it means after all this break, we have to go back to square one and start work all over again. So for us, it's very terrible. But in all that is happening, doing all the disappointment, everything, still of the opinion that health matters first. If you are not healthy, you cannot play. If you are not healthy, you cannot coach. If you are not healthy, you cannot be part of a team. So health matters first. This is something that is beyond us. There is nothing we can do about it, but just sit down, pray to God, take care of ourselves, and pray that it comes to pass.
Yes, from basketball, we go straight to the phone lines at 0700000889. Those are the numbers to call this morning to be a part of the sports machine. We've looked at action from the foreign scene, action from the local scene. So what say you this morning as we give you the best of, sports news and sportainment right here on Sports Radio 88.9 Brila FM. And don't forget, we're also live on Facebook. Sports Radio 88.9 Brila FM is our fan page address. You like our page, and you definitely can post your comments and your contributions. It's about you this morning. Ifanga King Tosam Adeoti is your name. You're saying good morning, Brila family. Yusuf Abba, they says may God protect all of us. Thank you very much. Adelaja Adegorite says good morning, Brila. Good to see you. Yinka, what about Yusuf Abadal says good morning, Brila family. Sonny Intelli says greetings to you, Brila. I hope on a day well. We very, very well. Thank you very, very much. Gabriel Akako says good morning, good morning. Simon Joseph says good morning, Brila crew. What about this one? Your name is Ola Biwaninu Tajudin. He says good morning, Brila FM. Wami Moses says good morning, Brila FM. What about Hosea Habila says good morning, my people. What about Evidence? Evidence Afam says good morning, Brila Nation. Hassan is also here. Hassan Zakaria joins us on Facebook, says good morning, Brila family. Okweche Felix says Tony, good morning to you. Anwani Fair Frank, good morning, house. God bless you and protect you all. I say a big amen to that. Abubakar Shuaibu is also on Facebook. He says good morning, Brila family. Manasseh Samson joins us and he says good morning, Brila FM. Another day with you, more blessings is all I wish all of us. Timothy is also here. Jile Timothy says, blessed morning to the Brilla family. Gabriel Ayodele says, good morning to all of you. God bless you. God bless you too. Michael John says, Yinka Sports and Anthony, best combination. Solomon Obie says, happy quarantine to you. What about Ajide General says, good morning to you guys. Salahu Deji Dimeji, I hope I got your name correctly, says, good morning guys. Sergio Benjamin says, good morning everyone in the house. I hope you guys are doing good. We're not done. Let's quickly go to this one. Your name is Oshade Klinsman. Dominion says, a special morning to all of you. Adeyemo Ayomide says, live from Libya. Good morning to you guys. Michael Peter says, good morning Sports Radio. Happy lockdown day one. What about Duro to me? Olaoluwa, he also joins us live on Facebook and he says, good morning Brilla FM. I also have Terry Moore. Good morning Brilla FM. Victor Chukuma SM says, good morning to all of you. Paul John, good morning Brilla FM. What about James? James Oja says, greetings to all of you. Good morning. Umahi Stanley says, Brilla FM, good morning to you and good morning to everybody. Indeed, you can of course keep those comments coming in. We're live on Facebook. Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM remains our page address. Once you like our page, you can go on to post your comments and your contributions. This morning, Yinka Sports was here. Judo Boji was here. Josh was also here. My name remains Anthony Beckett Deremo. We're done with the sports machine. We're going to step outside the arena. Let's go find out what is happening outside of sports, and then we'll come back inside the arena. Stay with us right here on your frequency of champions.
Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM.
Your jack of one trade,
master of one. Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM.
Jack of one trade.
March Madness